Yes, I've been colonizing Mars in Minecraft for 1000 days and everything you see is real. And also a giant dome completely filled with oxygen using 28 stacks of oxygen compressors. And yes, you can walk and breathe there without a spacesuit. Are we starting from day 0? No, we will start from day 100 because I didn't record the initial days. And this was done 2 years ago. I just forgot to record this, especially since my channel never existed when I started. And now you can see the Minecraft world at day 100. This is the last save I was able to find before the colonization. Here I'm on Mercury. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing here, just taking off. In this chest are all the users gathered up to the point of this save. Here my house, my friend, my village, my rocket, my... Okay, it's my mine. Yeah, it's big and it's been long way after I don't have a miners, but with this now it'd be easier. Don't mind the ant-mine ores, I was just curious about how much ore is found in a chunk. And okay, let's go to see Mars in 100 days after colonization. Yes, it's looking like a Mars because it's Mars. Well, we have base here, chest, 1, 2, 3, more chest. Alright, I built an oxygen sphere here for my base and I can live here without a spacesuit and here live animals. How is it possible? After all, you can't take animals with you in a rocket, there are no spawners and the eggs can be crafted. Honestly, I just use a creative mode and spawn them because without animals I feel myself sad. In the chest there are many stacks of wheat seeds which are needed for terraforming the soil. Now you will see the harsh, cruel, unbearable harvesting of seeds. Here are the chests containing items for terraforming, including 1000 of slain skeletons, from which I need only one feed. Bone meal. Terraforming works as follows. You need to place a terraforming block and fill it with bone meal, wheat seeds and water. Trees are not mandatory, plus 3 solar panels and approximately 15 to 20 minutes of time. And you're done. By the way, the water here ruins the whole look and I had to block it with block of soil. Well, as you can see, the more terraforming block, the faster you can spend all your bone meal and return to the ground to farm skeletons and watch the voluntary harvesting of wheat seeds. One-ten all of the work. Here is 12 days of real time, which means if each day of Minecraft lasts 20 minutes. In the case of Mars, it's about 22 or 25 minutes because it's far from the sun. And we have 1000 days, considering that 600 of Tuesdays were spent of terraforming resources, especially on creating a huge dam with oxygen. Let's move forward 1000 days. This is the latest save. And here are the chests on day 1000. This is how the crafting of energy for powering the main dam took place. Solar panels are the simplest and best solution for Mars. Of course, by this day I didn't particularly search for resources. The miners did it for me. There is a lot of empty space here. I honestly don't know how many chunks were excavated, but 19% of this ore went into the building dam, where a little more than 28 stacks of oxygen blocks were used. If you didn't hear, I mean 28 stacks of oxygen blocks. Here you can see the crafting of oxygen collectors and an oxygen sealer, compressed tin, compressed aluminum, compressed iron, compressed steel, copper, diamond, slime, sand, herobrine. We have blue solar panels, steel, wires, stained glass, redstone, glass, wires. Then I found out that it would be better to use a golden solar panels. Okay. Again, glass, wires, diamonds, the glass dust, the wires, the sun, the moon, a bucket, water, dirt, $300. Yes, I think that's enough. By this point, I had long since studied gardens for automatic weight seeds collection. Without them, I would have gone mad. I don't remember the exact amount. It may be about 3 diamond chests of weight seeds. There are now many stacks of solar panels here, which use it to power oxygen generators, so why use it too? I'll explain later. As you can see, there are 4 stacks of moved solar panels in the chest. They had to be dismantled due to lags. Every tick the panels moved towards the sun, creating a load on the world, and it felt like I was playing with a pin of 999 and 99 and 99. So here are the solar panels that do not move. Yes, and I had to work hard on Mercury to get such a huge amount of solar dust. Oh, and here you see the video master of recording videos using OBS. I know, I'm just a genius. It looked something like this. And here are the first attempts to create an energy system capable of withstanding the dam load. Unfortunately, these solar panels, as already mentioned, had to be removed, but of course it looked much more impressive. What about the moon? Mars is terraforming, the moon is deserted. I just created a shelter there in case of accidental flight and fuel loss. I hope these villagers don't mind. This is what the food fair looked like. This is only 5% of the resource needed for terraforming. And back to Mars, let's start expanding the largest immersion dam in Minecraft with a working oxygen supply system and normalized pressure. Of course, by the end of the game, I was able to create working prototypes of laser beams against meteorites, otherwise my dam wouldn't have lasted a day without damage. Thousands, even millions of hours of work planting grass in the ready terraforming zone. Actually, I'm shocked. What the hell? Why does the terraforming block use bone meal in the amount of 3 stacks but can't produce a single blade of grass? Where does it go? This is illegal. I started to think that I'm creating a skeleton genocide in this world. I don't even know if they react to it at all, or they not care that I spent 215 stacks of bone meal. I think they should have a meeting about it. And here is the dam. Why do we need to enter such a huge space with oxygen? Unfortunately, the mod does not contain atmospheric terraforming of the planet, only soil. What's the point if I can breathe and walk without a spacesuit? So here is a solution in another way. A huge dam completely filled with oxygen. The oxygen distributor block is not bad, but it is absolutely not suitable for us. Firstly, it deactivated when you arrive on the planet for the second time, and you need to break it and put it back again. Secondly, it fills the sphere around itself and not the space we need. And most importantly, it does not create pressure in the dam, without which it is impossible to walk without a spacesuit. The oxygen collector gathers oxygen from tree leaves, even in there no tree nearby. Each leaf provides 2 oxygen per second and pumps it into the oxygen cylinder, which is exactly what we need. This block creates suitable pressure in the dam and oxygen for breathing. The pressure is created by this little thing called the ambient thermal controller. Thanks to it, we can stay here without a spacesuit, regardless of the number of oxygen cylinders blocks. We only need one thermal controller. When we remove this device, we wait for the block to check the room for holes, and we may take damage. And of course, one block won't be enough to fill the huge dam. According to my calculation made 2 years ago, I simply spawned many oxygen cylinders. Using a command and checked how many we need to fill it, it turned out to be approximately 1792 blocks, though this isn't an exact figure. Hello to the maintenance of excavated sand that produced for the sake of creating glass for the dam. Here, by the way, is the dam itself. God, just look at this. 28 stacks of oxygen distributor blocks, all for one purpose: sustaining life in this massive dam. And you know what? Yes, we can be inside the dam without a spacesuit and oxygen tanks, but there is one problem. I've destroyed all 2 oxygen distributor blocks for one reason. It's the lock. The amount of lag caused by these blocks was simply unbearable. Every 10 seconds, each block conducted a check on the integrity of the system for oxygen leaks. And I remember there were about 1000 and 1800 blocks here conducting oxygen leak checks. And these weren't just solar panels with their pin, these were intolerable system logs. Decreasing the size of the dam of reducing the number of blocks no longer makes sense. As a result, it's empty here now, and there are no more animals and villagers inside the dam either. They were here for a couple of hours until I gave up on the logs. After I destroyed a block with a 10-second delay, they disappeared. It's even a little sad to release that the damn idea turned out to be a filter, but at least it stands beautiful in this place, which is already comforting. In the remaining time, I simply continued to terraform the soil and plant thousands and millions of bone meal, and here is the result. Now you can see 6 hours of endless crafting to create a level 3 spacesuit and anti-radiation potion, and also the creating of settlements to Mars to bring life to this place. It's I don't know what to say. You know, I'm tired of this.